Well, hello guys, welcome to my soap lab. It's my garage, but I have things set up in here. If you hear a noise in the background, it's the heater in here because it's freezing outside and it took me almost all day to heat this room so that I could comfortably soap. I'm gonna just walk you through my basic steps if you would like to see more of a detailed that I went through in a video that I did a while back. Things have changed a bit on how I soap. So I'm soaping at for those soapers out there, those interested in, I'm soaping at an 18% water. I'm using goat's milk, but that is my base, my water. So I'm using goat's milk here from the farm, and 18%, usually it's 38%. So you can see I've done a huge water reduction. What that does for the soap is I eliminate a lot of the excess water in the soap. So during curing time, it does cure a bit faster. The pH balance gets balanced out really great. I'm drying out these are my soap molds. I'm actually liking my soap loaves more so than my big slab. I don't know. But today we are going to make winter rose. I have done up my essential oils here. Geranium, peppermint, cedarwood, and lavender in here. And it's clean and woodsy, and I absolutely love this. So originally I was gonna do some geranium and peppermint, but I ended up using a lot of my geranium in the candle making. And I didn't want it to be overpowering rose smell. I concocted this, and I make sure I take notes so I can make this soap again. It's going to be a blue soap with indigo powder. So I don't use any micas, any artificial colors, anything like that. You can see this video here where I'm melting down all of the oils and butters that I use, the hard oils and butters, those that are hard at room temperature. My olive oil and my castor oil are in here, with some heavy cream powder and kaolin clay. Actually, in here I do have a little bit of kaolin clay as well. I want the essential oils to be stabilized in the soap, so kaolin clay helps with that, helps stabilize, and also the cedar wood that I use, essential oil that I use with the mixture of the essential oils, also helps to stabilize the essential oils. It really helps ground them in there, and I have gotten comment after comment about how the essential oils has retained in the soap, and also how hard my bars of soap are when I'm ready to sell them once they cure. I still give them 4 weeks, even though they are good to go at 3 weeks. I don't know, I like knowing, okay, 4 weeks. I wait 4 weeks until I package them. Anyway, I don't want this video to be so long, but I also want you to enjoy the process. It is amazing. I'm gonna put gloves on because I'm working with lye. That's how you make a cold process soap. You have to use lye, but the lye, once the soap is saponified, within 24 to 48 hours, there is no lye present. It is soap, and it is actually safe to use. It's just not going to be that good hard bar that you would want. That's why we let it cure, to make sure all of that comes out. So the next thing you're going to see is me pouring the lye. It's going to be a fast forward because it's a process. It takes to melt down my frozen goat's milk that I put into little discs. We are going to start combining everything together. I soap also at a very low temperature, so I like to be around 85, 90 degrees with all of my ingredients, so that takes time to let everything settle down and get a good temperature. So let's get busy. Okay, this is my setup. I got my gloves. Aren't these so cool? Okay, so I got the lye. I'm gonna have to leave these glasses on because I don't want lye getting in my eye. It will actually cause a lot of damage. It can burn the skin, so that's why I have gloves on. I did used to wear like long sleeves, and then, which is good, you should wear long sleeves in case it splashes, but what I found is if I did get some splashed on me, then it was like stuck to my clothes, and then it kept burning, and so I was like, okay, well, if I get some on my arm, I can wipe it off, and it's done. So I'm gonna check the temperature of my Lye solution. Guys, I am at 93 degrees. I don't know if you can see that. That is excellent. I'm gonna check my oils that I melted down. That's still about 136. And then of course my other oils here, my olive oil and my castor oil is at room temperature. Oh my gosh, is it 42 degrees in here? My feet are so cold. The heater is like on full blast. Yeah, it says 50. Okay, so once I get the soap, once I get everything mixed and then the lye mixed in, I'm gonna go ahead and pour my oils here that I melted down into my 42 degree oils. And it should be fine. It's gonna actually help this come down in temperature. And then I'll see where I'm at, and then we can start adding the lye, getting that mixed up, and then adding my essential oils, and then separating the blues. Because I'm kind of wanting to do layers of blues, and then top off the soap with some rose petals. I love adding herbs and flowers and essential oils, and it's just, I love it. So I'm gonna give y'all a glimpse of how this gets put together. So I'm gonna mix this up. This might be a little loud. I might work that in editing and taking that down so it's not so loud, but. All right, 86 degrees, that's perfect. All right, I need to get some bowls together so I can mix my indigo powder. And I might actually just put it in my containers, the indigo powder. All right, be back for the next step. Okay, I'm ready to take my Lye Solution. See, I had that sitting in cold water that I had put in the freezer. Our ice maker is broken, so I have to put the water in the freezer. That just keeps my Lye Solution. And a lot of people don't think that you could do a milk soap and do it at an 18% water and not burn your milk. Can you see that? That is. That's a little, here, let me back it up some. Nope, can't back it up any. So this is beautiful. It's at 82 degrees. It never went above 95, which is wonderful. I'm gonna stick this in this. So let's mix this in. Where's my little edge at? Here it is. And if you look at these buckets, these are buckets that I got from the barn. They're number five, so they are great for mixing lye. I'm gonna watch this reaction happen here. Oh, I love that. Now get out of the light. See that? It's beautiful. All right, let me get the rest of the lye out of here. Lye Solution. I'm hoping y'all can. I have my soaping glasses on, so and not my seeing glasses. It's a whole new thing. My recipe, I do use a lot of olive oil and a lot of, I would say a lot of my products because it has aloic acid in it, and that is great for aging skin. I'm almost 50. Well, this is my last year in my 40s. This is what I'm looking for. See how it's kind of sticking to it? It's not completely mixed all the way, so I'm gonna give it a couple more stirs. And I think what I'm gonna do is pour off 2 pounds at a time, or I think I'm gonna do 6 pounds at first because there's 10 pounds of soap here. And I'm gonna I want to have layers. So I'm going to start off with a light, kind of a gray blue, and then get darker as I go up. And we'll see, sometimes it thickens really fast and you have to change your design. All right, so now let's see what this is done. We're at 93 degrees. Perfect. All right, I'm gonna add my essential oils and my kale and clay here, mix this up. The other reason I like to soap at a low temperature is because I'm working with essential oils that can get, you know, can burn off. So I try really hard to soap at a low temperature so that these, the scent retains in the soap and the benefits. Okay, we're looking good here. We're gonna start separating about 6 pounds. I wanna do 3 and 3 in each of a light gray blue, and then I might texture the top depending on how fast it thickens. And then we'll just keep adding more and more indigo powder as we go to get darker and darker. All right, I'm really happy with that. Fun! I missed making soap. I haven't made soap in like 4 weeks. It's my first love before all of the other Bath and Body products. I love it all, I really do. I love being able to offer some really good natural products. All right, so I have another bucket here, and I'm going to, I might scooch all back some a little bit. I'm going to pour in 6 pounds. And I always do, yeah, I'm gonna do pounds this time. So I don't have to, this is always scary. Y'all ready? Here we go. We did it. Okay, so now I'm gonna do a light gray with my indigo powder. I'm going to start off with just about, this is about a tablespoon. So I'm gonna start off with that, see how that looks. Now, normally I would mix some of this indigo powder in a, some olive oil and dilute it or infuse it. But I'm just gonna mix it in. Indigo's funny, it could be a green, it could be a blue. We won't know for sure until we cut the soap tomorrow, which y'all will see as well. I'll show y'all me cutting the soap. So I'm gonna see this color here. The other thing I'm trying not to do is I do not wanna use, 2022, I'm not using any titanium dioxide. That colors, that like lightens the soap. It's a white powder. Some people it's a skin irritant to some people. So I'm not going to be using that in 2022, and the soap is the first 2022 that'll be cured in 2022. Winter Rose. Okay, so let's try this. It's a little darker than I kind of wanted more of a gray, but we're just going to go darker with each layer. And let's see, I'm going to estimate, I've got 6 pounds in here, so I'm going to estimate between the two what that looks like. You know, handmade stuff is, you know, you have to eyeball a lot of things and see how that goes, and you spill too. It's so fun. I absolutely love it. All right. So, I think what I'm gonna do now that I'm in the process of all this, I think what I'm gonna do is make a darker, I should say, soap batter, and I think I'm gonna leave 1 layer with the cream color. This is constant. It's always like you have a design in mind and then you start moving with it and you're like, maybe I can do this. This one has a little bit more in it than the other one, and that's okay because we just Take it out. I have a lot. See how much room I have? I don't know if y'all can see that. A lot of times with soaping, your soap gets thick really fast and you have to move really fast. This is actually giving me a lot of time to mess with it. So I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pour half of this off here that I have, and I'm gonna move this back a little bit. And so half of this is gonna go in here, and I'll make it really dark. And then I'm gonna leave this one a cream color. And then I'm gonna pour, once this thickens up a little bit, because I have this is not thickening very fast. And then I'm gonna actually pour the light into the dark and then pour it in here. I wanna see what design that makes. It's called In the Pot Swirl, so let's see what that looks like. So I'm gonna actually do the same amount because I have less soap in here. Let's see what color we get. This indigo powder is a color that comes from the root of the indigo plant. It's used a lot in dyeing fabrics, but it's a natural colorant. It's not gonna cause any skin irritation. Oh my gosh, I really smell the oils, the essential oils in here. It's so good. So the reason why I'm not using this a lot is I just want to mix this in first because I don't want this, well, I kind of do want it to thicken up, but I just don't want it to thicken up faster than what's in my molds here. That's looking nice. See that color? I love blue soaps, especially blue soaps with red, which reminds me I need to grab my roses. All right, so what I'm gonna do is just pour this in. Actually, I might do it the other way around. I might pour this in, the white, or the natural. How fun. Actually, I might save some of this for the top. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna save some of this just to put on top. It's still moving nicely. I'm just gonna take this and go like that. And I'm gonna pull these back over here and start pouring in. Please don't fall. Oh my gosh. This is the one that's a little bit like the fullest, so this will be interesting. And I actually might have to wait for this to thicken up some more in order to top off my soap, because my soaps are really tall. I like to build up the top layer of the soap, and with the camera here I don't have much work room. Okay, can y'all see that? Oh my gosh. Okay, now my debate is whether I am going to leave this like that or if I'm going to swirl that in. You know what? I think I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it like this. I wanna see what that does in the center. It might be something cool. I have a little bit more space in here to add, and then I'm actually going to add this soap that I have left over here, saving for the top, into here. And this is what I'm going to use to top off the soap. Once it thickens up enough and I can mess with it and it won't pour out of the sides. All right, y'all having fun yet?
Did you feed the dogs tonight?
Yes, I fed the dogs.
Okay.
Make sure you close the door. All right. So I'm gonna save this and dollop that on top of these. A couple little, you can see this one here, when I'm bringing it around, it's a little fuller. I kind of like what's happening here. That might be a really cool center design. We're just gonna leave it like it is, clean up the edges.
If I had 1,000 tongues, I would sing with everyone. Voices like a mountain song, sing you are my only one. Oh my, oh my, oh my days. Life is wonderful. Life is wonderful. Life can be this good. I would launch 1,000 ships.